Hey, this is Barry, and today I'm over at Galloway Cemetery. I'm not for sure how many graves are here, but there's probably several thousand. And it was, according to the sign, it was established in 1879. So I thought I'd do a quick walk through here with you, and let's look at the cemetery. A lot of these graves up front here are fairly new. I was going to take you over to the older section here. Let's look. So 1879. This is a very old cemetery, but there is some nice stones around here. It's like go around front here. These are really nice looking stones. This one, I don't know if we can read it. Looks, can't make it out, but it's fairly old. And here's a new one. This is 87. Launch Marcella. Anderson, 58, 51. This one here's got some growth on it. Can't make it out, but I would guess this is probably one of the older stones in here. Postal, 1921 for both of those. Robert and Emily Wade. Postal. Oh, and here's an older one. Let's see. This is Lavely Henry, 1886, 1900 and 1923. Gardner. I don't know if you can see this good. That's a beautiful stone. Monument, Gardner. Yeah, 1921. There's another postal. It's like 1884 and 18. It's like 89. Franklin Postal. Catherine Postal. 1924. Harriet Postal. Probably I'm a detective, but I would say they're all related. Basket. Brasket. 1946 and 1942 or 1912. Here is Brasket, 57 and 60. (1942), 1950. I can't make that one out. Woo. Grace, 54, 43. This looks like 1926 and 1911. This one has some kind of military, but can't make out what's on that one. 1920, 1941 Smith. '86 and 1911. That's Cummins, and here's James, and this is Frank, 1931. Here we go, here's another 1887. Otis Grant, son of E.M.H. Cummins. 1887. 1886 to 1887. So he's like 19. There's another stone. 1888, I think, is what it says. He said most of these are old or newer, from the 60s, 66, 63 and 69 or 59. If you notice this, look at this symbol here. Here's Charles. It says WOW, Woodman of the World. I've been studying up on that a lot, the Woodman of the World. Seemed like they put the fancy wood stones up from like 1900 to the 1920s, even up to the 1940s. But then they just contributed money for your stone. But that's what, if you see the WOW, it's Woodman of the World. This one can't make it out without looking at it deeper. There's Charles Seabold, 1884, 43 years old. $45.56. Margaret Neff, 1838 to 1893. 1834 to 1887. Sarah, wife of Ezra Braskett, and you know we saw some of those people over there. So this is 1893, looks like. So they must be related. These are in the 30s and 20s. I would say that's an infant's grave. Here's another butcher. I've seen some of those graves over there, so that must have been a common family name around here. Let's see what this one is. This is older. This is Jeremiah, 1838 to 1852. So, yeah, the sign over here says 1879, but right here is at 1852. And this is a Lavely, and I've seen several of those in here, and this was 1904, which is not that old for that old of looking of the stone. $1920. Here's a 1896, and I'm not even going to try to read that one. Let's see, Catherine. Here's also 28, Shelby. 1920, 1910. And back over to here. Let's go look at these stones in the front. These are in the 50s. These are in the 20s. So it seems like a lot of everything. There's 1949, 1940, 1923, 1927. There's a stone that's laying down. Go back up here and see if we can see some of the older stones again. Couple. In 1905, I believe that said. Here's a newer one. I love those sceneries of those. 2006 and 2009. Here's one that's 1902. Ada, wife. This is my first video on this like this, so I will get better. But George Dillinger, born November 3rd, 1826, died 1896. He was 69 years, 8 months, and 8 days. July 21st. There's another Dillinger, so they must be related here. A.J. O'Hara, 1915. Now there's an interesting one. It says Cordelia, his wife, 1850, but there's no date for death date. So I don't know if she was ever buried there or they never did finished writing, coming out and putting her death date down there. That's interesting. Here's a nicer looking stone, 1960, Frederick and Della, 1972. And the rest of these stones over here look fairly new, 1920s, 1928, 1929. Like I said, I'm a little bit self-conscious about this on the one hand. On the other hand, I can't read this one, but this, oh, here it is, postal. And if you see here, got the Masonic symbol, which I didn't see a lot in this cemetery, but there is some other postals over there. This is 1974, 1936. Stickle, Ohio Private Company C-112 Medical Regiment, January 14, 1919 and May 19, 1941. So I'm assuming that's a World War II. And here's a baby Stickle, 1947. So it's not his. And Enoch Miller, born 1828, died 1892, 64 years, 3 months, 24 days. There was Anna M. O'Hara, wife of E. Miller, born January 5th, 1837, died September 10th, 1922, 85 years, 8 months, and 5 days. So we have seen some other O'Haras in here. And here's another one that says Mother Sarah G. Miller, November 15th, 1865, September 15th, 1919. John Miller, 1861. So I'm thinking he is the husband of Sarah Miller. And here's Roberta Miller Armentrout, 1878, 19, no date. So, you know, I would only assume that they're buried here. They just, no one ever went back to update the stone. Here's the Sarah, darling at rest, sleeping in the arms of Jesus. Meet me at the Golden Gate. Nice little urn there at the end. Here's another Miller, Charles Miller. I think that's 1902, 1875, 1902. So they were only, see, 25, 27 years old. There's Emily and George Bostic, 1940, 1926. They had a child here. Looks like this is a child, son of G.A. and E.M. or E.H. Bostic, 1891. So that was their child, 2 years, 3 months, 13 days. That's always sad. Here's James Groom's 1860 to 1945. Mary, his wife, 1874 to 1906. And Nora, their daughter, which is a year old. So His wife died just about 2 years after their daughter did, which was at a young age. Here's another Groom's, 1902 to 1918. Another familiar name, Mary Cummins, 1966. She's got sort of like a military stone. William Cummins, 1955, and Leroy Cummins, 1973, World War II. Here's some bets. John H. Jack, 1996. No one there on this other side, so either his wife's dead, they didn't bury her here, or they didn't mark it. Here's 47, or she's still alive. 47, 40. So leave me comments of what I could do to improve these videos, because like I said, this is my first one. This cemetery is not too far from my house. He said this is a Galloway Cemetery. Here's another Betts, a whole bunch of them. Patricia Betts Miller, we've seen both of those names before. Children Earl Betts, Margaret Mary F. Betts, 85. Grandson John Betts Henderson, father Earl Betts, and mother Margaret Finnegan Betts, at rest. Wow. I wonder if that was like a car crash to have all these. There's just like birth dates. There's no death dates. That's rare. Just one date. Let me see it again. Nope, there's no other dates on this side. That's weird. All right. This up here is Isaac, son of something L and A Byram, 1892. Here's another Byram, 67 and 45. Otto W. Neff, 1927, and his wife died in 1940. And we're back over here to the other side, so here's Dallas Anderson, USC HA. Oh, 5th of, I have no idea. If you know what that meant, let me know. It's a bit busy roadway. Here's Gatton. Here's one, 1850, looks like 1858, 1865, Thompson. And like I said, this is out to the front of the cemetery. This is 1881. Libby, daughter of E&M Gatton, 18 years old. And Riley, 1864, in the 6th year of her age. And here's another one, James W. Gatton, 1895, 21 years old. I don't know if we've seen Gattons before or not. Here's 1895. O'Hara, we've seen that name. 1897. Back here, let's go back here. This is Alvin Copeland, 1952, and his wife, born 1868 to 1912. Ooh. I keep seeing stones that I like here. Let's go back here to this one, this Near. William H. Near, born April 18th, 1844, died April 10th, 1881. Something here. Company from 62 to 65. It was like he might have fought in the Civil War. And you know, you see the draped thing. I think that's like a veil between this life and that life. If you know the meaning of that, let me know in the comments. Back over here, way back over there, seeing another Byram. That was a name we've seen several times. Another older stone, 1885. Can't make out the names. Ridenhour, that's a new one. Look at all these statues here. All these, I don't know if these are baby statues, but it looks like somebody has knocked the heads off of these, because here's what they probably should have looked like this one. So I'm saying these are all infants' graves, but you know what? It's sad. It's sad when people destroy monuments. So like I said, this Tatum, these are new. These 2004. So looks like you got a hodgepodge of people buried in here at different dates. Usually I see a lot of cemeteries, you'll see that, you know, the earlier ones, and they progress. Look at this beautiful stone, Steinhoff. That is beautiful. He liked motorcycles. And there's another Steinhoff. Now there's a good sign. There's the Masonic symbol for Wendell, and the Eastern Star over here, the Eastern Star symbol for Hilda, his wife. Here's some, I'm pretty sure you're going to find out these are infant graves with the little lambs on top. Allen. And I'll leave you with some of these new ones. Here's Teresa Marie Capuna, 2001. That is really pretty. And Papa George Washington Tyler. And we got Mary Lee and Larry Dean McLaughlin. He's got a bass, and looks like some ducks. Guess I'm assuming that was his ideal. All right. Like I said, let me know what you think. If I could do anything to improve on these, I appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you in the next video, which I have grave concerns about. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye.